So I was watching YouTube the other day. I was watching this channel, and she registered her property as a sanctuary for monarchs because they're actually starting to become endangered. So I did my research, and in New Zealand they're considered endangered. And here we have something similar. It's called the New Zealand Butterfly and Moth Trust, where people can plant flowers, particular flowers and natives that will encourage the butterflies and the moths to come and stay and lay their eggs, and then go off and do their own thing. Because here in New Zealand they don't necessarily migrate. Too small of a country, they can't migrate from the likes of Canada down to Mexico like the monarchs do in the States, or in America, sorry. So here they'll fly around, and then they overwinter. They all bunch up into a clustered group in a big tree somewhere and just tough out the winter together. And then when the weather warms up, they'll find somewhere to lay their eggs and reproduce and do their thing. But you have to meet a certain criteria to be able to register your property like that. So I'm thinking I might try and do it. I've got a heap of swan plants that I started a while back. I've got about 10 of them. And I've got quite a few flowers. I've got ornamental carrot, Anise Hyssop. Got a few Alyssum at the moment that's going. What else do I have? I've got Rudbeckia as well. I've got about 8 or 9 Rudbeckia plants or seedlings ready to go out, and a few others. So I figured I'm going to have a go. We'll make a butterfly sanctuary, bed, flowers thing. So I was thinking I'd do it here between the wood chip compost, the dog poop compost. They work really well. Right against the fence, it's out of the way of everything so that the plants can get nice and big. And I left a tarp line here for a week or two, so it's already killed off a lot of the grass. So we'll turn it over, I'll mix in some compost, and I'll just plant everything. I just hope there's no concrete under here. Like that. So first, get the shovel, get the tiller, and turn that dirt over. Make us a nice spot for these plants to grow. Oh, it's right at the back. Excuse me. Out of the way, please. Out of the way, pup. Why do people insist on making sheds so small? Ow, my head. Ugh. Seriously, I don't understand. Why does it have to be so small? Literally, when we moved in here, there's a vise, there's spots where he's had bench saws and everything. Like, how could you work in this? Ah! Beep, beep, beep. Dang it. How big is that? My concrete edge. Ugh. I love this thing. It makes it so much easier. I stay in line with that, or do I come out to here? Or in line with this fence? What do you reckon? What do we reckon? What do we reckon? What are we doing? I don't know. We're just winging it. Doing what we do best. Give me that stupid plate. Thank you. Get out of it. Ooh. I know it's too small. Especially doing like the Rudbeckia, swans, I have 3 different types of swans too. They came in a mixed pack, so I don't actually know which ones I'm planting out. I'm pretty sure there's that one that they call the hairy balls, you know, little fluffy ball thingies. And then the other ones are like flowery ones. Ornamental carrots. They don't necessarily get too big, bushy, sort of. Act like landing pads for the moths and the butterflies, somewhere to chill out on. Some of the Rudbeckias, big flowers to just chill out on. And Anise Hyssop is a really good nectar one. I've got more borage that I started last week, so I'll plant that out here, maybe. That gets quite big, which means we have to go bigger. In line with that fence. I'm thinking in line with the fence. Now give us a little pathway just here. Yeah. Put this down here for a second. Hide in the shade. I hate humidity. It sucks. I can handle dry heat. Actually, I don't like heat at all. I'm a cold weather person. I'd rather be in a frost than this. I like the longer days over summer. That's good. But, humidity, the stickiness, yuck. Hey. Decided I'm going to plant out some marigolds too. I've got a few of the five of these. 2 Anise Hyssops. This 4 ornamental carrots. Looks like 2 have decided to pack it in. Oh no, what's happening here? Oh no! 6 Alyssums. 3 Rudbeckias. And 5 Swan Plants. And just make a really dense cluster of flowers and plants for the butterflies. This alone won't be enough to get that certificate or whatever it is they do. But it ties in with all the flowers that I've planted over in that corner where the native garden is. And then next year when I plant the natives, that will work towards the moths as well, because moths like harakeke and other plants like that to lay their eggs and do their biz. Along with all the other flowers, I've got borage and honeywort, Mexican sunflowers, quite a few different types of, I've got mine blank. Yep, let's get to plantings. It'll probably come to me later, most probably when I turn the camera off. One of these. Need to get more of that. Mix it in. And then, actually, before I plant, before or after? I'll do it after. After I plant them, I'll go through. I just seaweed and fish, soil conditioner, add a heap of enzymes to the soil. It'll help with the roots and everything getting established. And then because I didn't really put much prep into this, I just turned it over and then done this. There's going to be grass coming back through and weeds, so just keep an eye on that over the next few weeks. So I'm thinking swan. Where'd that other swan go? My counting is terrible. Did I only grab 4? Oh, it's right there. And my eyesight's terrible. Rudbeckia or black-eyed daisy. Black-eyed daisy? Anyway, it's a yellow flower with a really big black center. Stigmas? Can't remember. Rudbeckia. I ain't a Rudbeckia in the middle there. They look cool. Now doing this too, all clustered like this, gives the butterflies a bit more protection from predators instead of just having one swan plant. a bird and other predators can just come in and pick out the butterflies or the caterpillars like it's nothing. Essentially, you've just created a buffet for them. So nice and dense, gives them more protection, especially the caterpillars. They'll be a bit down lower. And it looks more natural too. You don't see just one plant of this and one plant of that, or a couple plants strategically nice and symmetrical and all that sort of stuff. That's not nature. And then the Alyssum to border, carrot flowers. I say don't make it symmetrical. OCD takes over. Jesus Christ. Carrot flowers on the side, marigolds in the border as well. And then all of these are perennials. Swan Plant's not a hardy perennial. It will die with the frost, but if you trim it back and cover it with frost crop over winter, it should be okay. Come spring, it'll bush out again. The hyssop, that is a hardy perennial. That will be okay. Ornamental flowers, Alyssum and the marigolds are not. They will die off with a frost. That being said, my Alyssum out the front, but heaps of frost this year. Kept going, didn't die. So we'll see. But if the annuals die off, I'll just replace it with something that's a bit more hardy. Do you want to plant them? You never direct sow them. If you are going to transplant them, you want to plant them when the plant's about 5 to 10 centimeters tall. Any taller, the roots are getting a little bit too big and they won't like being transplanted as well. It's sort of that sweet spot with a lot of plants. You think letting them grow nice and big, they'll be more hardier when you transplant them. But by that point, the roots are becoming a lot more established in that environment that you've grown them in, and they don't like being transplanted after that. And it takes a lot more care post-transplant to make sure it goes well, doesn't get super shocked or anything like that. Hopefully, in the next year or two, I can apply for the sanctuary thingy certificate, whatever it is. They send someone out that specializes in butterflies and that. They check out your property to make sure it does meet the criteria. And then you get this cool little plaque that you can mount somewhere out around your house. And that's about it. But the cool part is your whole property will be full of cool butterflies and moths. Because I did not realize that domesticated moths is a thing. Not that I'm doing this to catch them off and domesticate it, but still pretty cool. Sorry, worms. Speaking of domesticated wild, the other day, turning over my compost, flipping it from one bin to the other, next thing, all these little brown fluffy things flew everywhere. I dug into a little mice nest, messy mouses. Field mice, tiny little things, only like this big, so small. So I caught them all. I managed to catch 8. I'm pretty sure there's more than that, but they scarpered. And we have been hand feeding them since. Their eyes are just starting to open now. It's really cool for the kids to learn this sort of stuff. Yeah. Managed to have all of them have survived, which is good. It would have been not good, but if one of them passed, it would have been a good life lesson for the kids to learn, you know, these things happen. If I'd left them in their bin by themselves, I don't know if the mother would have found them or where the mother actually was, but I don't think they would have survived. And that's it. We have made a butterfly and moth love sanctuary. That made it sound so corny. Anywho, in under half an hour, 40 minutes I think it was, smashed that out. Hopefully in the next couple of months you'll see all the flowers in the background, like future videos, and see how it goes. And hopefully next year with the natives, I'll be able to apply for that certificate and have a cool little plaque that I can hang up somewhere. We have heaps of butterflies and moths for the kids to see and what's the word I'm looking for? Inspect, find, hunt, not hunt, but you know what I mean. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.